on. Yeah, I know that I be loaded, but I'm focused. Never lacking, pistol packing when I'm rolling. Had a dream that I made it, I got me feeling like I'm chosen. Soon as I get home, take off them thongs and bust it open. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy 8. Back with another YouTube video. I dropped a video earlier. You feel me? I'm trying to get back on my grind. But basically this video about somebody named Black Label. He like he a white boy. Well, that's what they say. He a white boy or whatever. He a white boy. His name Black Label. Because he came from the hood, I just watched like 30 seconds of it. I'm gonna start it back over so y'all can hear it. So I got a little burger right here. Some a loaded potato. Finna get lit.
So I'm leaving the air conditioning on, which I've never done before, but I'm doing it for you.
I appreciate you. That means a lot. That does.
You get hot.
I do. Big bad bodyguard to the stars with all the cars, baby. Black Label is what we do. Get hot and heated when you need it.
How'd you get the name Black Label?
So my name comes from the hood. I was the only white guy in the neighborhood. So if you ever seen a really fat person, they call them Tiny. So I was the only white kid in the hood, so they called me Black. And it just stuck.
It's stuck.
Then I had to reinvent my name when I came home after 15 years in the feds. But we'll get into all that. It's, you know, my name is a trusted brand name already from the underworld. So when I come out into society, I got to figure out how to rebrand and recaptivate my name to get paid off of, because it's so synonymous with doing great business and being a good guy, you know, so.
And your family growing up was, tell me about that.
Shit, it wasn't one. My mom was an abusive woman. She was very verbally abusive. She had a couple different boyfriends. You know what I mean? They were all drunks, alcoholics. She had a period of alcoholism, you know, so that didn't go too well at all.
And your dad?
No, never met him, never seen him, none of that.
Safe to say you grew up in the hood?
Beyond safe.
The hood of what? St. Petersburg?
Yeah, St. Pete, Southside St. Pete.
I didn't know there was the south side of St. Pete.
Yeah, so St. Pete is segregated back when I was growing up. I grew up in the 80s and 90s. Back then, the South Side was all black, poor, desolate, food stamp, you know, welfare recipients, crime-riddled, abuse, and then the North Side was all the rich white people. So what we would do is we would ride bicycles to the rich white people, kick their doors in and shit, go in there and eat, steal their shit, you know, whatever it took.
How far did you go in school?
Oh, shit, man, I went pretty far.
Y'all know I stay strapped with that popsicle.
Talking about before all this or after all this? Because it's both. So
Well, before.
High school, graduated high school.
You graduated high school?
I graduated Osceola High School. Yeah, I was on the football team. We was 10-0 that season. So, you know, kicking ass a little bit. I always been a winner.
And when you talk the way you do,
Right.
how is that accepted by the black community or the white?
I think for those who travel throughout the land, for those who understand culturalism, you know, religion, the people who've been around the world a few times, they understand that every face has a story, so does every voice. For those who don't, you know, I get a lot of backlash from white people. A lot of backlash. I'm a wigger, I'm a wannabe, it's a...
Hey, man, fuck them white people, boy. Tell you now, boy, be yourself, man. Fuck them people in general. Anybody got to say something? Anybody got something to say about it? You feel me? Fuck them folks. Because at the end of the day, that shit either gonna make you or break you.
Black accent, I'm forcing it. It's fake. Be your own color. You know, you could do so much better than wanting to be black all your life. You know.
No, that's the way you were raised.
That's the way I was raised.
Yeah,
it's very authentic. It's nothing forced.
I was telling you before we started that once I was driving in from JFK in New York into the city, and the cab driver that I just happened to pick me up was a Chinese guy. And I just figured, it's a Chinese cab driver, no big deal. I don't even look twice.
Right.
And then he started talking. He talked like the most Italian mobster you've ever heard. And I go, dude, I got to ask you, like, how did you get this accent?
Right.
He goes, I grew up in an Italian neighborhood, and this is the way we all talk.
When you're around wolves, you're gonna be a wolf.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
You got in trouble with the law.
I did, very much so.
What'd you do?
Kingpin status. Sold a lot of drugs in my neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
At that time, 1986 is when a hard era hit really hard in the city. And then we had a couple guys, some OGs, Wonder Man, Jed, Peter Clark, Chief, Mister. You had a lot of people in the projects back then.
Do you have gangs down there?
No, we don't do gangs. We do neighborhood friendships. Like if you're in the neighborhood, wherever you grew up at, that's what you stick to. So my area was Harbordale. At that time, Harbordale was one of the most crime-riddled environments in the South Side St. Pete. Not just because I lived there, it's just what it was. It was very crime-riddled. Very, very, very abusive. A lot of drugs, a lot of alcohol, a lot of domestic violence, pimps, hoes, cars, Cadillac, rims, tires, trues and bowls.
But you were a star football player?
No, fuck no. I just on the team.
You're just on the team?
Yeah, I ain't, nah.
In the streets work for you?
Streets, always. I'm gonna go get me some money. That's what I'm gonna do best. I'm gonna go get me some money.
And what were your ways of getting money?
Then or now?
Then.
Oh, crap.
We'll get to what you're doing now.
Yeah. So hard, you know, from 11 years old, I used to sneak out my mom's house. Back then we lived in an old wooden house and kind of put you in the mind frame how poor we were. The wooden slabs, in the wintertime you could feel the cold. There's nothing you could do to break that cold come from out the house. So we used to have a lot of blankets and stuff and, you know, sleep on the floor, pissy mattresses, all that stuff. And then I used to sneak out the house. So the house had the old lead weights for how when you roll the windows up, the lead weights come down, and then when you bring it back down, the lead weights go up. So that's how it's supposed to work. It's just an old wooden, you know, shack. And I used to sneak out the window and then go sell, you know, hard with the OGs and run the streets. And, you know, it wasn't that easy back then. Nowadays, you got the kids, they just come off the porch. Back in my days, you really had to be signed off to come off that porch. You couldn't just come off that porch. Nowadays, you get a tattoo, sag your pants, grab a gun, you know, you're a gangster. Back in my day, you had to earn that. You're not coming off that porch unless, you know, you putting in that work.
And you're the only white dude?
I'm the only white dude in Harbordale.
And I just killed this shit. Real shit. This shit was so good, boy. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna put y'all on game. Go get a burger from Wendy's, right? Go get that loaded potato, extra cheese, nigga. Extra cheese, nigga. Get the sour cream packet, nigga. Boom. When you warm that motherfucker up, you eat that bitch fresh, you feel me? But if you don't eat that bitch, warm that motherfucker for like 2 minutes together. You feel me? Go throw that motherfucker in the microwave. We can get that bitch out. Bust that potato down, boy. Tell me.
Absolutely. I went from Bayfront Medical Center, and then right behind Bayfront, you had a little neighborhood called Boogers Creek, and then from Boogers Creek is 9th Street, and then 9th Street turns into Harbordale. So it's literally like 5-6 minutes from the hospital.
And being white made it harder for you?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? I wouldn't really call it reverse racism. You know, some of the comments when I do these interviews, they're like, oh, you know, black people got treated like that their whole life. You just got what you deserve. Whoa, whoa. It wasn't like that for me. It's just part of the casualty because I understood.
All right, I ain't gonna lie. It's some white folks that still do that. You feel me? They be trying to be racist and shit. All white people not like that. You feel me? So when it be like certain stuff, like you feel me? Like you can't put, man. I got a white stepbrother. You feel me? He cool. Man, I've been cool. I got my grandmama white. You feel me? Like I'm cool with white people, but it's just like you gotta know your boundaries. You know.
Understood the politics in the neighborhood. You know, you don't want a white boy. It is where you gonna get beat up. You gonna get your shit took. You know, if you come out the house with, you know, a bowl of food, it's gone. If you come out the house with skates, gone. If you come out with a bicycle, it's gone. If you come out with a basketball, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta prove yourself. So I went through that from probably about 5, 7 years old to about 12, about 11, 12 years old before I started, you know, taking shit back, kicking ass, you know.
And the prison stint started when?
2000.
You were how old?
20 then, something like that.
20?
Yeah, 20. Just graduated high school.
What was prison like for you?
Man, it wasn't that bad for me. I'm gonna just be G. Like, I'm so much of a charismatic person, bro. I'm so much of a gangster. I know how to handle my business. It don't matter where we at. We could be in China, Thailand. We could be on Great Street out here in California. It don't matter. I just know how to handle my business.
Because prison can be segregated. Where
It was very segregated. When I first got there, there was an uproar about me because, when you first go into a federal prison,
first question they ask.
Yeah, what side you on? You know what I mean? Basically, the white car they come, and then I already had some homeboys that was in the feds when I got there. So they was like, it's gonna be a little bit of controversy about this one. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a lot of controversy. But I will say this, like, the white boys, they was offended because they had already been doing time. They was already locked up 10, 12, 15, 20 years. So for me to come in, as this new adaptation, they never seen nothing like this before. So it was fucked up. But it was really cool about the shit. Like, they was like, hey, listen, we want you over here. But if you're not gonna be over here, like, we gonna relinquish, all of our prison politics from you. You're not part of us. You're not getting no shower sandals. If they beat you up, we're not helping you. You can't get no food. You can't get a phone call. Just leave us the fuck alone if that's your choice.
Told you that.
The whites.
The whites told you that.
The whites told me that.
Oh, but they were cool otherwise?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I had a couple, white Aryan Brotherhood and, a couple, I don't know because I didn't get into all the different names and stuff but they was all right. You know what I mean? We was on speaking terms. I wasn't no chomo, like child molester or I was a gangster. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that they really understood it like that, but it's better me coming in there being a stand-up dude versus being, a child molester or a raper or something like that. That's a whole different category. And then my paperwork was clean.
Because the way you carry yourself.
Yeah, the way I carry myself.
Okay.
I ain't telling nobody. So that was a few pluses on my side. And then, my guys, they in there like, hey, listen, shit, he with us. He always been with us, you know what I mean? And he just gonna be with us. We got him, So like I said, there's a few instances where, I got in trouble, Mexicans, me fighting the Mexicans or, me fighting another black car, like just say Alabama or Mississippi, getting into it, rocking and rolling and shit like that. But for the most part, shit, everywhere I went, I always had shit going on. Like, what I'm saying? I was always the money maker. I was always like the consigliere on every compound I go to. On the mover, the shaker. You got to come see me. And then everywhere I go, I team up with the bookie because the bookie where all the money at. You know what I mean? So I like money. So I got to go fuck with him. So now I got to make a liaison with you. Now we got to come together because whenever your people go in debt on your poker table, you tell them to come see me. So you might have a gold chain, a gold ring, you might have some shoes or something. You come pawn your shoes to me. I give you what you want. You go back in there and try to double your money. If you lose it, you lose it. It's not on me. But I'm going to get your jewelry or whatever I got, and it's going to get passed around.
Alert! Radar contact! Enemy unit! All hands to battle station!
On my way!
Immerse yourself in a thrilling naval story.
Incoming aircraft!
And
Extortion.
You ever think about what your life might have been like if you grew up
I
on
do.
the other side of town?
Because I since I've been home, I have some really cool people pull up, but both white and black, very astute, very affluent, and they always ask me like, what do you think if it was on another side? It would have been another me. How or where, I don't know. But my survival rate is just absolutely insane at this point, And they're like, do you wish that you wasn't in the ghetto? Do you wish? I'm always conflicted with that because I don't know if I went to college, if I went to a university, if I played football, I don't know how my life, would have played out. I don't know if I'd have been a drug addict. I don't know if I'd been an alcoholic. I don't know if I would have swallowed all my money away. That's what most of the athletes do. So now I'm on the other hand where, I'm ghetto or poor, broke, lonely, some bitch out here, on the land, living and shit. I kind of like it a little bit because it taught me values that no parent could ever teach a child. The way I walk, the way I talk.
Hey, that's real shit, though. You feel me?
The way I hold myself, my demeanor, my self-discipline, my respect, you know what I'm saying, my morals, how I view the world. You can't get that from a parent.
Did you
get that
have
from
a father
experience.
figure at all?
No. So my OGs was with our father figures. The Jerry Curls, the Candy Paints, the Kragers and Bowls, the Hammers and Bowls, the 30s and Lows, all that shit, Cadillacs, BMWs, loud music. That was the epitome of being rich. And that's what I pursued. And I got it, every bit of it. I ain't missed nothing. And I mean, I ain't missed nothing. I had convertibles, I had a 72 Dunk, flipping all different colors.
What kind of cars have you had?
Back then or now or lifetime?
Your history of cars.
Man, I drive a brand new car
You can tell
every
a lot
day.
about a guy by his
Yeah,
history
I
of
drive a
automobile.
brand new car every day. Ferrari, it don't even matter. It don't even matter. Bentleys, it don't matter. I'm in a brand new car every day. It's just something about it, you know? That's my thing. Sitting in them different cars like that and being able to switch up and just do what I do, as popular as I am, it just do something to my self-esteem, you know? I'm all I got. If I don't move my feet, I don't eat. I don't have no mama to go home to. I don't have no daddy. I don't got a cousin or brother. I don't have an uncle. I don't got nobody couch. I say, hey, man, I fell on my dick. Let me, come live with you for 6 months. There's nobody out there for that. If I don't do what I do for myself, it's not gonna get done. I don't have time to be sick. I don't have time to get COVID. I don't have time to say, I can't make it today. I have to make it today. Around the world, if somebody call me right now, I have to make it. It doesn't matter what it is. I have to go, because that opportunity, every time I said I don't feel like doing it to myself and I still did it, the opportunity got bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's what I learned about myself. Don't sleep on you.
And what's your preference in females?
Black women. I have yet to have had a sexual experience with a white woman. I have yet to. I don't think I really pulled to white women. White women, they like my southern charm, they like my blue eyes, they like my voice. But I think they like the ideology of me. But them bringing me home to their dad, nah, he ain't gonna understand it. And it's okay, I ain't prejudiced, but just because I'm not doesn't mean somebody else is. See, I don't care if you black, white, Muslim, Jew, Christian, LGBTQ. It makes no difference to me, because I'm gonna do what I wanna do when I get ready to do it. And that's the fascinating life that I live. Somebody asked me one time, I said, Black, what do you do for a living? I live for a living. I had 15 years to sit in the penitentiary and figure out my life. That ain't what it is. I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna live for a living.
What were the 15 years in prison teach you?
Hey, that's facts. I ain't never heard nobody say that.
Respect yourself and don't let nobody take nothing from you. In life, that's a golden rule. Mind your fucking business and don't let nobody take nothing from you. That's the reason why the prison yard and the graveyard is filled, because people don't mind their business. What's the first thing a crime committed? What everybody do? They run out there with their phone. If you're in your bed sleeping, your neighbor's house explode, what you do? You get out the bed and look out the window. Then you call the police. You see, if you sitting at a red light and somebody getting pulled over, you doing this. If you're on the highway, what you doing? You driving, an accident happened, you doing this. You see how many people you just infected by you not minding your business? Mind your business. You ain't got to get out of bed and call the police. Somebody else will, but that's not your place. You see? Mind your business, man. You'll be all right. If the shit ain't got nothing to do with you, it ain't got nothing to do with you. That's how I live my life. It could literally, you could have a snake in here and cats and dogs, and I got an interview to do. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't getting no fire extinguisher. I ain't getting no traps. I'm not getting on my phone. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. Because if I get bit over there fucking with the cat or the dog, that's my fault. And I know I can't outlive poison, so I'm gonna run over here and get involved in all this poison. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna mind my business. And I'm handling my own. If I wronged you, I'm gonna right you. If I owe you, I'm gonna pay you. That's my morals, and I stand on it.
You know exactly what will take your business to the next level. Websites, apps, newsletters, slides.
How do you think racism has changed over the years?
I think it's not dead. I think it went digital. I think that a lot of people who grew up without a voice now has a keyboard, and that replaces the voice. There's a lot of people in my comments say, wherever they catch me at, they gonna slap me. They gonna do this to me. They gonna do that to me. Mind you, I post everywhere I go. Everywhere. The address, everywhere. I don't give a fuck. I'm out here on 8th and Broadway. I'm out here in Santa Monica on 203. You see, no. I'm not gonna live in fear. I got white dudes every day to call my phone for 2 hours straight. I can't edit. I can't get no more calls. I can't call out. That's what they do to aggravate me. Then you could block and all that extra shit. They just do the shit every single day, every day, from about 12 to 3. Blow my phone up just to aggravate me. They want to get a ride. They'll start calling my phone. I'm not gonna be arguing and shit and screaming on my phone. Do what you gonna do. You'll get through. I got plenty of patience. I sat for 15 years. I got plenty of patience. Do what you gonna do. Because you ain't gonna start my life. You might slow it down right now because I can't get on my phone because you call them a shit. I ain't tripping. Do you. You'll get tired. You'll get tired. You'll get tired. But I'm gonna mind my business. I ain't calling the police. I ain't making no police report. I got, it's a white dude being my DM. He called me everything but a child of God every day. He wake up faithfully. All this whole extra shit. I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna mow you down in the road. For a person who says, oh, you prejudiced, or you know the reality, my white woman me every extra shit. I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna mow you down in the street.
You get crap because you...
Because I am who I am. I can't change what I do. I can't change who I love. I love a black woman, I love a black woman. But it's not that I love a black woman. It's just that's my preference, that's my cup of tea. There's a lot of likes and commonality right here. You know, the music, the style, the clothes, we can go hang out, things like that's why I like to be comfortable, you see? So for a person who says, oh, you prejudiced, or you, no, I have a preference. Everybody has a preference. I don't give a damn. It's skinny dudes like fat women. Don't bother me, that's your thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the same thing. I don't bow down. I bulldoze my whole way through life. You know what I mean? I don't let nobody tell me no. The big corporations like Enterprise, shit like that, you call them and say, hey, you know, I need a car. Well, oh, it's gonna be $6,000. Click, right back. Think we call it Enterprise, yeah, I need a car. Oh, it's gonna be $1,200. Click. Think we call it Enterprise, oh, yeah, it'd be $450. Let me get that. You understand what I'm saying? It's persistent. It's persistent. I told the people about 5 weeks ago, I was in a pool in the rooftop of Miami, and I told the people, I say, by December, I'm gonna be streaming. By December, the whole world gonna know my story. By December, I'm gonna be up there with Ben the Don. I'm gonna be with Dean the Great. I'm gonna be up there with Drewski. I told them that. Now here I am, BET Awards. I got everybody calling me for interviews. Everybody like, man, what's your story? What's your story? Damn, man, you got a crazy hella story. All the shit you've been through and you still here? Not only you still here, but you relevant. Not only are you relevant, but bitch, you bigger than big. Yeah.
What are you doing now for work?
I'm a professional bodyguard for celebrities, and I own a fleet of black trucks. So my company is Black Label Services. So we provide athletes, artists, celebrities, influencers, luxury transportation, and, you know, protection. If that's what they need. You know, down in the whole state of Florida. That's what I do. So all the big games, Raymond James Stadium, Kanye West, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, anybody who comes in to do those concerts, they book us. We get a lot of people like Carisha, she just came into Tampa at Club Lit. They call me. Like, I'm literally the best in the business, A1 business. My mission statement is Black Label prides itself on the client's image, safety, and secrecies. But that confidentiality is what separates me from everybody else. Because all the celebrity bodyguards got a YouTube page getting paid telling all their secrets. I just did 15 years in prison. I ain't told on nobody. I did that for free. I did that because that's who I am. You think I'm finna come home and sell these stories to TMZ and everybody? That's not what I do. I'd rather have the relationship than the money. And that's why people fuck with me. They hear the story. They understand it. By me not telling on the same crew, you know, my black people in the hood who I grew up with, they understand it. By me not telling, I saved a whole lot of kids with their father. I put a whole lot of mamas with their sons. You understand what I'm saying? So they understand, they honor that. He a stand-up dude. So you know what? Not only do he got a story, not only did he not tell on nobody, not only did he allow these people to stay on the street and be a son and be a father and be a grandson and stay home, that's the story we like. He done went from pain to purpose. Now, it took him 20, 30 years, but look at him now. And we're going to honor that, and we're going to book him, and we're going to support him because he supported us at a time when we needed it, you know?
Were there things you learned in the hood that maybe if you had not grown up there, you'd grown up in a white neighborhood, you wouldn't have figured out?
No, definitely not. I know it's going to sound crazy. I know it's going to be a lot of comments when I say this. I think when a person turns both male and female, when a person turns 21, I think they need to do 24 months in prison. I think that's what will make this world a lot better. It'll teach you about respect. It'll teach you about self-defense. It'll teach you things that your parents will never teach you, ever. If you do them 24 months, you'll come out, you're gonna know what life is to live it. You're gonna know how to respect people. You're gonna know how to respect people's time. You're gonna know how to respect people's motivation. You're gonna learn how to respect this world in a better place. Because when you go over there in a certain shit, you can't get up off the table. You can't reach across the table. It's a lot of small things that you can't do that your mom should have taught you how to have respect in this world.
Military might do the same thing, kind of, right?
Military can do the same thing. I definitely agree with that too.
Yeah.
But I just think that military is 20 years, so to speak. It's a career.
Yeah, but like if everybody did a year or two,
Right, if everybody did a year or two, male and female, they'll understand why.
you wouldn't have guys with nail polish.
Yeah. Or getting an education, what's important, instead of out here playing in these streets.
Right.
We just had a big case in Florida, all for the little young kids who killed Julio Fulio, all of them got life sentences. And they in there crying, talking about, damn, I'm in this cell, I'm rooting for my city, I'm putting on for my city, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And now I'm in the cell by myself.
I would just watch that last
Ain't
night.
nobody here. And this is the message they sending out to the people. But had their ass went to jail the first time, they wouldn't be here now. Because that prison gonna show you something different about life. It's gonna teach you how to mind your fucking business. That's what that prison gonna do.
Did you see those guys talking and trying to talk their way out of
Yeah,
life sentences?
yeah. You ain't doing that. When you kill, you kill. And that's another thing, like, people out here, feds told me, so I fought my case all the way up to the United States Supreme Court case. Mind you, that's the highest court in the land. Some attorneys can't even do that. I did that on my own. Just to let you know, like, my intelligence, like how much I push and pursue for what I want. I wanted my freedom, so I'm gonna fight for it. So it took me 13 years. Finally, we went through the Obama crack era, all that. I never got the downward departures. I never got my time cut. And I had like 13 months left of my sentence, and they sent the goddamn envelope in from United States Supreme Court case, and they ruled on my case. They say you chose to exercise your right and not cooperate with the United States government. In turn, we too choose to exercise our right and not give you your downward departure off the Obama crack law, because you ain't cooperate.
I don't know how the fuck they do that shit. This shit sound crazy.
So I say that to say this. When you're out here fighting and gangbanging and all, it's so many. Say me and you get into a fight, right? Say, I don't know, we on the sidewalk, I bump into you, you turn around, you hit me, I hit you twice, you fall on the floor. Now you sleep, you're knocked out. Now I'm kicking you all in your shit. I'm beating you down even more. See, you don't understand how many more charges you're stacking on top. You see what I'm saying? Or if you try to flee and I chase you down and beat you down and kick you all in your ass and hit you in your head, that's a whole nother charge. You see? You can't pursue. But a lot of people, they don't check none of the laws before they go out and do what they gonna do. They just go out and do it. And what everybody do? They don't mind their fucking business. They got their camera eye. They running straight to the fight, catching everything. Police don't have to never do their job again. The perfect thing they got in life is the phones. Everybody gonna submit it.
There's cameras everywhere.
Everywhere. You ain't gonna get away with it. But if you mind your business, you ain't gotta even worry about that shit. You know what I mean? So I have to put myself in that shit because I'm a bodyguard.
This going on something I said in my last video. Yeah, bro. I guess bro did his shit on his own and shit like that. What I was saying was, go by yourself. If you do something, go by yourself. I ain't influencing nothing. I ain't telling y'all to go do this shit. You feel me? But what I'm saying is, bro, you don't need nobody with you to go do this shit. You feel me? You go do this shit by yourself. Cause at the end of the day, them niggas gonna fold on you. Niggas gonna tell. Niggas, it ain't the same thing as it was back then. You feel me? Like back then, yeah, we like, all right. So I'm 20. So by the time let me give y'all a little story time real quick. So back then I was in the streets and shit. Ooh, I was doing my little thing. I ain't never get caught for nothing I did for real. Other than like some little petty shit I did. Right? So and the times I did go do what I did, I had some real close partners, like, you feel me? They ain't never told on me or nothing like that, but at the same time, there's some niggas out there that will tell on you, Like, everybody ain't blessed how everybody, like, all right, the streets, you don't get blessed, like, but I don't know how to explain it, bro. You don't get blessed for doing wrong shit. But if that's how you live, that's how you live, though. You feel me? And if you want to change, you can change. Don't ever think it's too late. No. It ain't never too late. It ain't never too late, bro. You gotta make sacrifices, for real. I'm telling you, bro. All right.
It's been some crazy times. Absolutely.
Hey, I'm gonna do a little story time for y'all soon, though. Let y'all know, like, I'm gonna do a little story time for y'all for the one time. You feel me?
It's never a cakewalk. Every time I suit up, I have to remind myself I may not come back home. But this is the business I put myself in. The people paid for my time. The people paid for me to them to die for them. But I already did 15 years for the money. I damn near killed myself behind that shit. So I might as well come on. It's the same ideology.
Florida's streets are something else, aren't they?
Florida is a lot different. It's probably the craziest state out of all 50 of them.
Yeah, there's like,
We got people eat your face off. You know what I mean? We got people who they chase iguanas for their food. The homeless people is just wild as shit. They run up and, it's crazy. You got
up in Jacksonville, they're killing each other like,
left and right.
yeah.
I got a couple good friends up there, major artists. I've worked with
That's
them.
another thing. Hey, put y'all pride to the side, man. Look, let me tell y'all another thing. Bro, it been so many times, brother, I could have been bammed up. Anything like, bro, I could have lost my life a lot of times, just because I was on a different type of time. I was like, man, y'all gonna respect this, you feel me? Y'all live like, but I don't know how to explain it, bro. Like, y'all gonna respect this, but at the end of the day, let me tell y'all something. Everything ain't worth a reaction, you feel me? Everything ain't worth that. If a nigga, it'd be different if a nigga playing with you, like, real deal, trying to dog you, all this and that. Then do your thing, bro, but everything don't deserve a reaction because at the end of the day, bro, once you bammed up, bro, you bammed up. And once you in that system, it's hard to get out of, you feel me? Real shit.
Them before in the past, and it's like, you try to reach out to them, you know what I mean? But it's always some man, Black, you know what it is. Can't pass the message. I can only tell you know what I mean? You gonna do what you wanna do and you get ready anyways. But I'm gonna have to do what I gotta do too at the end of the day. Because I'm going home. I don't know what the fuck y'all gonna do, but Black labor gonna get back in that house.
So let me ask you this. When you're on the phone, people don't know whether you're black or white. Do you find you're getting treated differently because of your accent?
I've had people call my phone and say they love to support Black business. And then when I pull up and it's me in the truck, it changes a little bit. Like you can see the air, you know what I mean? And I explain to them like this, like, in a way you are supporting Black business. And the reason why I say that is because majority of my clients, probably 70% of my clients are Black. So the money that you spend goes back into protecting the people, that we all want to see, strive in life. So, why in essence, you may not be supporting a Black business, but it's people being protected who needs it out here for those bookings and your ratings and your reviews.
And are there people on the phone you talk to that are black that think you're black?
Yes. Absolutely.
They get a nice surprise when you show up?
I'm sure.
But tell me the difference from your perspective of maybe down in Florida, because that's where you live.
There's a lot of white
Between
guys
the white
like me in
community
Florida.
and the blacks.
Florida's really interracial. You gonna see a white boy with a bad Black broad. All the white boys got some bad Black broads down there. You know what I mean? There's a lot of white boys talk like me down there in Florida. I don't know if it's this thick, you know what I mean? But, gold teeth, dreads, jewelry, donks, you know what I mean? Convertibles, that's what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Top down, loud sound, bad baby on the passenger seat. Well, red bone, her hair look like some curly fries. Yeah, that's what's going on down there. You know what I'm saying?
Black culture's
it's gangster shit down
contagious,
there.
right?
Yeah, it's gangster shit. Like on some real G shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I go back home to St. Pete, when I walk through them clubs in Tampa, when people call me on the phone, then people say, hey man, Black, we be seeing you doing them interviews and shit, bro, but man, you ain't gotta tell nobody your business, man. We know you a legend. Man, you a real nigga, Black. Like, damn, nigga, you a gangster. Nigga, you ain't gotta get on there, you know what I'm saying, telling people your story. But the truth of the matter is, I do gotta tell my story. See, I love when I go back home and people recognize who I am. And, as soon as I got off the plane out here at LAX, I had like 4 people. Man, I love your content, man, keep going. You know what I'm saying? It's white.
Brother, so so y'all don't know, but I got a little brother named Peanut, he be rapping and shit, I just told my little brother, I was like, yeah, bro. He just got out and shit. I was like, yeah. Bitch, you get locked back up, bitch, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Like, yeah. He said, yeah, Bino called me. So, goddamn, you know, Bino locked up for shooting in 6 occupied dwellings and shit. I told him, I was like, yeah, bro. Yeah, I know. Y'all need to, you know, y'all don't need to, Bino don't even need to be on that. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, man, I ain't gonna talk that gangster shit on here with y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna tell y'all, all right? I'm gonna tell y'all, man. Let's finish the video. I'm gonna have a little story.
White people and it's black people. You know what I mean? And I ain't really had much interaction. You know, like I said, like a lot of my criticism come from white people. But I love white people. I don't know why the fuck y'all, you can't, even if you kill me, I'm still gonna die a real nigga. You can't change what I do. I'm a gangster. I got a major past. I stood up in the feds. I whooped the CO's ass. You understand what I'm saying? I stood on 10 toes. I came home, put myself back on, ain't asked nobody for shit. And still climbing, and still doing. You see what I'm saying? That's a powerful purpose. That's a movement in itself. It's dedication. You gotta understand who you are in this land. See, I'm a Leo. I'm an August Leo. I'm the king of the jungle. When I get out there in that field and I roar, the whole jungle stop. They tune in. I got something to say. And you gonna listen to me. But they respect that shit. You see?
Black culture is just cooler than white.
It's I mean, I wouldn't put it on the scale, because man, that EDM shit is fun as fuck. I got some clients from out here, somewhere, Hollywood, and what the shit is that shit called in Miami they do every year? Bar or something, Art Basel.
Art Basel.
Art Basel. Love me to death. Load the whole truck up. They in that bit bumping. Bump, bump, bump. Same tone. Bump. They in that bit bump. 30 hours, we in club space. 30 hours. I'm sober. They ain't here off everything underneath the sun. You see what I'm saying? But I don't really base myself off of culture or race or wherever the day pursue for me, that's what I'm doing. Like it don't register in here. Today I got a black client. Today I got a white client. Today I got Kanye West in Ray J Stadium, and and then I got EDM. Man, fuck that. We all human. I love you. You love me. I'll make sure you get home. That's why you book me. You know my reputation. A lot of people now come through referrals. I don't have a commercial for what I do. I don't advertise for what I do. You know why you booking me. You know why. You want that image. You want your safety, and you want them secrecies. Because there's a lot of shit go down in these black trucks. It's a lot of conversations that happen in these black trucks. There ain't no parcel in between me and you. I hear everything. But you all right with talking what you need to say to whoever you need to say, however you need to say it in front of me. Because I ain't going back. That ain't what I do. It's a bigger picture for me. I love my people. I love my clients. I love the way I live, you know? You ain't got to be around me. You ain't got to invite me to a wedding. You ain't got to invite me to a baby shower. You ain't got to bring me to no funeral. At the end of the day, I'm still going to live for a living. You understand? I'm still going to protect the people. I'm still going to get in that black truck. I'm still going to be able to tell this legendary story. I'm still going to have respect. You don't have to like what I sound like. You don't have to not hear my story. Log off. Log off. You'll be all right. No, block yourself. So.
Yes.
I had to skip that because it's taking too long for this nigga to talk.
You know.
You feel me?
Tell me about how you ended up in prison. What were you doing?
So, again, trying to be too damn friendly, take care of everybody. In my neighborhood, we was making enough money. We had put, back then we called them junkies, basins, the people who spent money with us, crackheads. Well, we formed a little lawn service, so we cut everybody's grass. For the elderly people who couldn't afford the medicine, we'll buy the medicine for them, give back. For, the mothers who were single mothers who would get their lights cut off and shit like that because they spent all their money with us, we'll get the bill, pay the bill, get their lights cut back on, just getting back to the hood. We'll do big barbecue, shit like that. Amongst that, there was derogatory things that we had did too, like we'll line the junkies up in the alley and we'll play like Junkie Olympics. Like we'll put them through, crazy, make them jump over cars and just. Then we had this one game we'll play knockout. We'll line them up and everybody get one hit. Me and my partners out there slap the shit out. Pow! If he fall, I win. You know what I mean? So we'll put up 500. You know, it's what we doing. You know what I
Junkie
mean?
Olympics.
Junkie Olympics. And then, you know, other nasty shit, you know what I'm saying, I'm not proud of, you know what I'm saying? You know, the little crackhead girls that come through with no money. I had a big-ass Rottweiler. I used to make them have sex with a Rottweiler. You know what I mean? Just fucked up, bro. And I ain't proud of it. You know what I'm saying? It's just fucked up stories, bro. When you making that kind of money, man, when you in them streets, people don't understand what it do to you mentally. For everybody out to get you, you don't respect nobody. You don't respect nobody where they live, look, talk, nothing. However, you can humiliate that person because you hate yourself. That's what you're gonna do, and they gonna allow you to do it because of the drug is so strong, you know? So I sent a couple of dudes up the road. We was gonna open up a new chapter in Tennessee. So I sent a dude up the road, 2 dudes in a rental car with like 4 bricks. He called me, say he made it. The dude want to holler at me. It was the feds. They got knocked off the road. Didn't know it. Come back down. I've been dealing with the dude. You know, we back and forth. So it's going on like 4 or 5 months now. And the dude was telling me he was at a particular spot, you know, in Clearwater. But at that time, there's nobody doing what he said he's doing. So it's a red flag for me. But I got too much shit going on. I just got kidnapped. We got somebody else down here in my garage apartment tied to a chair. You know what I mean? Like, we getting ready to it's just a lot of shit going on. So the day I got busted, I told my partner, I said, man, I'm finna go take this SKS and these 3 ounces of hard to the dude. He's like, man, don't go. I like, why you said? He said, man, nobody's buying no shit like that's a setup. And I said, man, I've been dealing with this dude 3-4 months. Like, he would already bust me. But mind you, I don't know that to go in front of the grand jury on a federal indictment, they check every box. You know, can we get a gun? Can we get more crack? Can we get more hard? Like, what can we do to stack these charges? So those 4 or 5 months of investigation, they were stacking the charges. So when they came, he pulled up in my neighborhood. When I first came down into my neighborhood always rocking and rolling. There's nothing quiet about this street. So when I pulled down to the neighborhood, it's quiet. Like, there's no kids on the street, there's nobody cutting grass, there's nobody in front of the store. I'm talking, it looked like a movie set. Boom, I noted it. So I go upstairs, I call him, said, man, how long you gonna be here? He said, I'm right around the corner. Man, no longer I hung the phone up, I'm standing up looking out my window. He's pulling down in my neighborhood in a S10 pickup truck. He's got 4 Dayton rims, tires. And I'm saying, why the fuck would he come down here? Like, bro, they gonna eat your face off with them rims, bro. Like, I'm seeing all this shit. And then I got, in my backyard, I got Verizon, like 4 trucks, Verizon, like 30 dudes out there on the back of this pole. None of this shit has ever happened. So I'm taking note of all this. Mind you, you know, it's other shit going on. So we do the deal. He asked me to give him more hard because I shorted him on the last one. Well, I shorted him on the last one on purpose because I want to see was he gonna cry about it or try to rob me.
Hard as crack, okay.
Yeah, hard as crack. Sometimes the algorithm don't let you say crack. So when I'm doing these interviews, I just say hard for the algorithm. But gave it to him. He go downstairs, he take his hat off. When he take his hat off, all hell break loose. I'm talking about they coming through the grass all black. I'm talking about it's 5 SUVs. I'm talking about hook slide all the way down the street. You could hear the engine. Woo, woo, woo. Man, you got people jumping off my roof. They busting all the windows out the house and shit. And I'm standing there like a movie. Like everything moving in slow motion. And I'm like, damn, man, what the fuck is going on? So they end up taking me down, interrogation room. They asked me about everybody. So everybody who get busted by the feds, you got to go debrief. Debrief means they're going to take you in a room, they're going to ask you a bunch of questions, you're going to tell them what you was doing in the case, they're going to tell you what you was doing in the case, all that shit. So I did all that. So, so white dude, he been working for DA for like 15 years. So I made a mockery out of him. It cost me another 5 years. He asked me that I want anything. I said, yeah, bring me some Popeye's chicken and a pillow. He was kind of confused. I could tell he was confused about why the fuck the pillow was a big deal. So he brought me in the Popeyes, you know, the pillow. So I got the pillow sitting over here. I'm eating the Popeyes. They on the screen, they showing me. I could see on surveillance while I'm selling the crack to the undercover and all this stuff going on. So I'm like, yeah, man, we in this bit for about 3 hours. I said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call it a day. He was like, what? So I slid the pillow over and put my head on the pillow. I said, yeah, man, I'm gonna call it a day, I'm tired. So he kicked the goddamn table and knocked the whole pillow and everything. You motherfucker, you gonna make a mockery out of my fucking interrogation? You think you gonna go to fucking sleep? I said, man, I ain't got shit to say to y'all. He said, I promise you, I'm gonna make it hell for you.
You write the words. What if you could hear them as a song? Go to Suno.com, switch to custom mode.
So they got some other dudes who was going to their records are so bad that they have to go to trial because they're getting life sentences anyways. So they don't want to give up their rights. You know, they want to come back and appeal shit like that. So they gotta go. So they're like, you gonna testify on them? And I was like, nah, I ain't testifying on nobody. They're like, no, you're gonna testify on them. You know what I mean? We're gonna give you 10 years in a federal prison and you're gonna testify on them. I was like, no. So 2 weeks go by, they get ready to go to trial, they come get me. And they bring me down to R&D. And the dude was like, shackle up. I'm like, well, I'm going. They're like, man, you going back to Morgan Street. Morgan Street was county jail back then. I say, for what? He's like, you know, you gonna go testify on your partners. I ain't shackling up. I ain't cuffing up. He said, man, you got 2 choices. You gonna cuff up or I'm gonna fuck you up. I said, man, I told you I wasn't testifying on nobody. He said, all right. I'll see you in 2 weeks. I ain't think nothing about it. I go back, you know, whatever case may be. He come back. That bitch came back with a superseding indictment. 5 more years. Because I didn't motherfucking talk.
You did the 5 years.
He gave me 924C, constructive possession with a firearm and furtherance of a drug trafficking crime. Never even had the gun. Never seen it. Nothing. They just come back and put that shit on me, gave me 15 years. First time. First time offender fresh out of high school. So I walk into the penitentiary.
How they do that shit, man?
When you first go in the penitentiary, you gotta go through a captain's review. The captain reviews all your paperwork, your sentencing transcript, your pre-sentencing report, all that shit. And he try to see, you know, if you got separatees, if you told on somebody, if you're a gang member, who you run with, and then he let you out on the compound. If you have separatees, you can't come on the compound. If you told, you can't come out on this compound. If you are black and you told on some white people, you're not coming on this compound. It's too much conflict. You know what I mean? So they just try to keep everything cool on the compound. So it took him about 3 weeks to go through my shit. He let me out on the compound. It's a whole bunch of shit with the white people in my car who's black and all this shit. And then I remember they had called Chow, and I was still in my khakis and my white T-shirt. That's when you come out of the hole to go to the compound. And then the flow of the inmates going down the stairs, and then, you know, you turn and go back down the stairs. So now when everybody gets to the second tier turning, it's like a traffic jam. They slowing down. I'm seeing it. They slowing down. So now I go down, I turn around. I said, damn, this the reason why everybody's slowing down. It's a dead body. Blood everywhere, head bust wide open, leg behind the back, arm around his neck. He just dead. Everybody just jumping over him, going to lunch. Ain't nobody pick him up. Ain't nobody call no guard. Ain't nobody say no CO. Ain't nobody check for his pulse. You go back to minding your business. You see that shit, you don't see, you do what everybody else do. Jump right over that dead body. Take your ass to chow and go eat. So that introduction let me know that the streets was real, but this shit here is way more confined. You're in a gated community, and it's way more violent. You can't get out. Ain't no guns here, but it's a lot of knives. That's a lot of people. You can die. You can lose your life really fast. And then, you know, after that, man, it was all type of shit. I seen one time the Mexicans, he had the top tier, the Mexicans, it was, you be in there with child molesters, you be in there with cannibals, like people who eat people. I was in there with a white dude, man, I forgot his damn name, man. Jackie Cason or something, not the white boy with his clown, not him, was another dude like him. Man, they got like, so back then we had the books. Now it's all electronic, but you can go to the law library, I could pull your case and read everything you did. So in his case file, he done kidnapped a little white boy from Missouri. His thing was blue eyes and blonde hair. Killed him, raped him, cut his penis all up, took pictures on, like, man, this some crazy shit. And this man is sitting next to me. You're like, this is what they take you from the hood and put you in this shit. So you like, man, what the fuck, bro? So that shit going on. And then my next thing was, the Mexicans found out that Achomo, he was like had a little bit of Down syndrome, but they booked his ass for like 12 years. His older brother told him to watch the 2-year-old niece. He ended up getting the damn camera, molesting the little girl, forcing himself on the little girl, filming it, and then selling it online. He done did the girl so bad, like with his hands and everything else, the girl can't have kids. So, man, them Mexicans got that paperwork, took his ass upstairs on that top tier, held him over. They called it cantaloupe. held them over the rail, and then let them go. So when your head hit that concrete, it sounds just like, it break a cantaloupe open, go. That's just with the whole head there. Wow. Then they got another thing called the zipper. The zipper is, you could be a child molester, you could be a rapist, you could be a cannibal. Like they don't do this to the drug dealers and the gang members. They call it the zipper. So if you laying on your top bunk sleep, when they crack the doors open, you gotta be already on your feet. This ain't no vacation. So what they'll do is, they'll let the doors unlock, and somebody be already at your door. So you up there asleep on the top tier, they come through with a razor, and they hit you from the neck all the way down to your guts. So now whenever you stand up and jump off the cell onto the floor, your whole guts fall on the floor. They call that shit the zipper. I seen that shit twice. That shit, it's real in that field. Play if you want to. That shit ain't no joke. So you got to be a man. You got to have heart. You got to be able to see shit and don't see shit. You got to be able to know how to direct your emotions and your feelings when it comes to certain relationships on that compound. You know what I mean? Even they're like, me and you might be friends that play shit like this. We could be walking on the compound, so you'd be like, man, you want some chips? I'd be like, yeah, give me some chips. So now I'm eating your chips. You'll look at me and say, man, why the fuck you eating all my chips? Did I tell you can have all my fucking chips? It's a mental game. You gotta be prepared for this shit. Say you come in my cell and I got a magazine, on the desk. You just start flipping through the magazine. You ain't ask me, could you look through the magazine? I tell you, hey partner, I had 10 books of stamps in that magazine. It never was no 10 books of stamps. But this the environment you in. So now I'm playing on you. Yeah, I need my money, dawg. Fuck wrong with you? You done stole 10 books of stamps. Mind you, I just sat down here innocently and started just looking through the magazine because that's we friends. Ain't no motherfucking friends enough. Everything in that bitch is a skit. Everything in that bitch by violence. Everything in that bitch, yeah, mind your business. Don't touch shit. Don't pick up shit. You better not go in there and sit on that bunk. You better not do that. You better not put your ass nowhere up by that pillow. None of that. Yeah, that shit vicious. That shit vicious. It's a whole nother game. So why people really be like laughing and saying all this extra next shit, every face got a story. That's why I respect everybody. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I'm capable of. You understand what I'm saying? Well, leave me the fuck alone, though, because I'm out here living for a living. Man, I'm all right. I ain't trying to go back to that shit. But the shit I done came from, shit could go left real quick. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I don't fuck with people. Like road rage and shit, when I was over here, somebody, they all like to win all this extra. And that shit trying to pull in front of me, bro, I ain't tripping. I'm gonna pull over and just sit there. I'm not finna get into that shit, bro. I'm not finna lose my life. I'm not finna get out here and fight you about no road rage. Partner, go ahead on, man. I get out of the car, put your hands on, I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna mind my business, dog. There's a lot of shit I got too much respect for everything I came through, and a lot of people don't have as much respect for themselves as I do for me. I wanna avoid and de-escalate. That's one of my biggest traits. Bodyguard, I de-escalate. We ain't getting into nothing. I don't care what a bitch did. We the fuck about. My job is to get you home to your family, and we gonna do that. We ain't gonna be on no sucker shit. We ain't gonna be on no crazy. But bro, we throw a cup of water, man, I don't give a fuck about that water. We finna come up out of here. You understand what I'm saying? That's my job. I ain't finna go chase a bitch in the crowd and leave you by yourself about no cup of water. What the fuck sense did that make? Don't make no sense. That ain't what you hired me for. Cup of water? Come on, man. Ain't nobody finna die about no cup of water, partner. Finna go home, man. Your wife gonna hug me tomorrow when she see that film and they say the bitch done throw the water, it's all on TMZ or Shade Room. They go, yeah, look at Black, taking them right out the motherfucker. That's what I'm supposed to do. That's ass up out of here. Your wife gonna come, thank you, Black, I appreciate you. He a hothead here. Yeah, he is. But I ain't gonna let him crash out. That's some water. Who the fuck gonna die by some water? Man, hell no, we going home. You know what I'm saying? Live to see another day. Shit real, though.
Okay, great. Wait, were you even listening? You haven't taken a single note?
And now you're finding success.
Yeah.
How old are you now? Never used drugs.
No, but I don't smoke weed. I don't pop pills. I don't drink alcohol.
What were the drugs back then?
Crack.
Crack?
All crack. We'll go down to Miami. I'm gonna tell you how smart I was back then. This how I knew I was always gonna be rich and famous. We'll go down to Miami, spend like $100,000. It's me and 4 of my other partners. We all got, we all in the same neighborhood, Harbordale. It's called 8 Hype. That was our little crew, 8 Hype. We'll go down to Miami, spend our money, get like seven bricks of soft. So we'll have them give us another 3 or 4, on top of that. So now we'll take it all up there, cook it in the heart, sell it throughout the neighborhood and stuff like that. So they would want their money on the ones that they gave us, say in 2 weeks. Well, I would call them and say, hey, the money ain't ready yet. Mind you, I done already flipped this pack. His money been made 3 days ago, but I'm trying to stall. I got his money, but I need to keep flipping and flipping. I'm using his money now to flip. So now I done took your money out of them 4 bricks that you gave me on consignment. I done flipped that 6 times. I done made myself rich. I don't care, no, I give you back your little money. I ain't tripping. I done made myself rich. You see what I'm saying? So it's just all types of little tricks and trade. Then they taught me how to put the Dawn dish detergent in the crack, make it spread. It's just all type of stuff you learn along the way. But, it's crack.
It seems like the drug now is crystal meth is more popular.
No, everybody being on jigs down there.
What do you see?
Jigs, pills.
Oh,
So they take
well, you're in Florida, so it's a different.
Yeah. Jigs is they take like Adderall, methamphetamine, cocaine, some cut, and they press it into a pill.
All together.
And you can get a pill for like $2-3.
It's got fentanyl in it too.
I'm sure. That's what everybody on down there. Everybody do pills, Percocets, opioids, jigs. That's what they on. Fentanyl, I don't know. Fentanyl is a big deal.
Yeah.
But I just don't know much about it.
What do you make of what's going on with our culture? Like drugs are becoming a bigger problem. Homelessness.
Drugs are always gonna be that's what's so great about my story. It's American soil. Sex, drugs, violence, and lies. That's what American soil is made of. That's what my story consists of. Sex, drugs, lies, and violence. That's American soil. It's American way. Drugs will always be here. You'll never get rid of drugs.
That's how America was formed too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe not the drugs so much, but the violence.
Hey, we done with this video. We done with this. Hell nah, bro. We done with this. Shit, we did. It was a good ass video. I ain't gonna call. But nah, it was straight, bro. We should watch some different videos though. Hey, this shit boring. I'm gonna catch y'all in another video. Have a good night, man. See y'all tomorrow. Or see y'all in a few hours, in like an hour or so. Drop like 2 more videos and I'm gonna call it a night. Shit. Y'all stay up though, man.